Patients who receive dialysis treatment at a center in Tioga County, Pennsylvania, are now scrambling to find care. The U.S. Renal Care Center in Wellsboro notified its patients it is closing in a matter of months.
And WENY's Lindsay Madison spoke with two patients who say they're worried about access to this critical care. Lindsay?
Nick and Renata, I spoke with two patients on dialysis at the U.S. Renal Care Center in Wellsboro. Once the facility closes, the next closest center is 45 minutes to an hour or even further away. One woman I spoke to says this renal care location could be the difference between life or death for some people.
How much time do they think we need to waste being on buses or in cars when we don't have that much time to live as it is?
According to a representative from U.S. Renal Care, they cite rising operating costs as well as Medicare reimbursement rates as a factor in having to close its Wellsboro center. In the statement to WENY News, U.S. Renal Care says it's taking the necessary steps to make sure their patients have the life-saving care they need and working to help them find another dialysis center without interrupting their treatment schedule. The problem is, the next closest U.S. Renal Care Center is in St. Mary's, Pennsylvania, nearly 2 hours away from Wellsboro, and other dialysis centers in the region aren't close either.
We're a one-car household because her office is upstairs, but if I get to dialysis and I feel great, but I don't so much when I get done, what am I going to do? Because she can come get me.
Anita Hoyt has been on dialysis for the last 7 years. Hoyt lives in Mansfield and takes about a 15-minute bus ride to the U.S. Renal Care Center in Wellsboro. She found out in late December from her bus driver that the center was closing. She says having to go to a new center an hour or so away would add more stress to both family members and patients.
Okay, you want us to travel? What happens in bad weather? We live in a rural area. What happens if we can't get to a dialysis center because we're snowed in or this or that? Do we all die? People think, oh, that's exaggeration, but that's not exaggeration. A couple days of no dialysis for some of us could land us in the hospital, and some of us, it could be no coming back from it.
In the letter to patients at the Wellsboro Renal Care Center, it says they'll close in 60 days from the notice that was sent on January 24th. Anita and Roger hope someone or an organization can take over the facility from U.S. Renal Care to help save them and dozens of other patients from traveling far to get to another dialysis center.